don't know. It's talking.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Janitor podcast. It's been about 3 days since we made the last one.
Yeah, definitely 3 days.
Yeah, we actually recorded this as soon as we finished the last one. So Riley's just left. We're staying here for another 6 hours.
Bye, Riley.
Bye. All jokes aside, it's been about 8 months, give or take, since the last one we made.
We've been on big hiatus. We don't know why. We're just more lazy.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, right. Hiatus again.
But yeah, as you might be able to tell, we a little bit different this week. It's only us two, because we kind of figured that might as well just have a fucking conversation between us. He's
Go away.
I really hope that picked up on the microphone.
Me too.
Just a reservoirs.
Fucking God of War. It's my niece that was calling me. I don't know why she called me.
Nice. But yeah, usually Bryden is our co-host since our old co-host, or the first co-host, Kane, was unavailable to continue the podcast for that time.
Why was he unavailable? Was it just because of work?
I think so, yeah. Because I think in the old setup, we did it, I'd say, every 2 weeks, episode every 2 weeks, because we did it. I think we've done more episodes now than I did with him. Because it was just me and him for the first one. That was a terrible fucking podcast, by the way.
You gotta start somewhere,
the
man.
This quality of this podcast has stepped up tremendously. We did Reese on the podcast, which is actually a pretty good podcast. Brandon, Tyson, and I think that's it. And then we moved on with.
Wasn't there like another one that you just forgot to release, or you just? Didn't
Oh no, we did one with Carmichael. No, that was with us, wasn't it? Carmichael. That was with us. Yeah. We did one with Riley. The first one with Riley. That was just an audio podcast because the cameras were a bit fucked for that. Because that was in the old setup as well. But we gave him a redemption. Arguably the best podcast we've made. We said, "Fucking you're welcome." But yeah, we made just a couple with Kane, and I think after school or was during school, we just couldn't schedule it at the same time. So I brought in Bryden as our. I'd probably say permanent co-host.
Yeah.
Because you've done more episodes. We've done one with. Well, this is the first one with just us two, but we've done with Carmichael, another one with Riley, Matthew, Paddy. Did I say Carmichael? Probably not. Carmichael, did. Robbie,
and Riley.
And Riley, yeah. I think I already said it. But yeah.
A lot of guests, but we haven't really done one where it's just like just us two.
Yeah. I feel like it was due at some point. Totally not because we couldn't organise a guest in time.
Well, we could have.
No, I don't think we could have because we organised this we said we were going to do this like in January or start February.
So long. Yeah, like in February, like beginning of February.
Yeah.
You just text me out of nowhere and I'm like, what would you say about doing a podcast? I'm like, I haven't done this in 8 months.
No, we first, I thought of coming back for this kind of middle February, but then I realized, fuck it, I'll just do it after I come back from Perth. Then I came back from Perth, and I'm like, I forgot about it, to be completely honest. Like, oh shit, fucking podcast. Right. We're actually going to be consistent this time for the foreseeable future. We'll see how it goes. But the next couple of podcasts, we should have guests back, at least for the next, 2 after this one.
We've already got Kane.
Next week, hopefully, we'll have the original co-host back. And then after that, we'll just see where we go from there. But let's talk about our mascots first. We'll talk about your mascot first.
I think we should address the fucking katana
We can
in the room.
Address the weapon of mass destruction in the room. But what's this book here?
Berserk. It is the greatest manga, and I've definitely read this for years, and not just recently, and have a phase at all.
As well, totally.
No, it's actually a really good book. It's this is the deluxe edition of Berserk. It is 3 chapters or 3 books into one, and it splits up in like volumes. It's pretty cool. Art in it is stunning, but I'll talk about Berserk later on the episode. Because that is a topic on its own.
Yes.
God.
I have a Xing Xing. I'm not gonna get it out because probably get fucking taken down. But this is legal, by the way, for any. I don't know where it's illegal, to be honest with you. It's not really a weapon that could kill someone. Well, it is, but
anything could kill anyone.
That book could kill someone.
Yes, literally. I've seen it in Berserk.
I thought you were going to say I've seen someone die by the hands of this book.
Well, yes, I did in Berserk.
In the book. But I don't have any topic to talk about, but I'm sure we'll think of stuff. But Bryden apparently has some stuff to talk about.
I do have some.
Actually. Okay,
I'll
go home then.
Okay.
Usually, when we have guests, I ask them a set of questions.
Oh, here we go.
But since we don't have a guest, I'm just going to ask you them.
Oh, fucking hell. No, I think I remember one being like pirates and ninjas.
Yeah, these are buried in my fucking notes somewhere. Here they are.
Right. No, let's at least all right, let's go, baby.
I have like 6 notes that are different. They're like podcast topics.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just going to search. Question.
Hi, how are you?
Right, okay. So, first question.
Hmm?
This happens every time. Pirates or ninjas?
Jesus. Well, we're gonna think about this. Let's look at the greatest parts of both of them.
Okay, so pirates, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Captain
that's
Jack
probably
Sparrow.
about it.
I don't know. There's obviously Captain Jack Sparrow. There's Blackbeard.
Yes.
Like history and shit. He's infamous on
Captain
his own.
Hook.
I don't know much Captain. He's a captain, not a pirate. Man, come over here. You think he was plundering booty in Australia when he's coming here?
The pirate from the Wiggles.
Yes, Captain Feathersword, the strongest pirate of them all.
Feathersword is
He's a danger to
the most OP,
the Wiggles.
He's the most OP pirate of them all.
And One Piece, any pirate from there, they're really good representations. Monkey D. Luffy, the really good pirate. Fucking Whitebeard, he's a meme.
That is true.
Gold Roger, he's like the pinnacle of pirates in that show. But like, pirates are really cool, and then ninjas are like just...
The ninjas from...
Ninjas are cool as well. Like, I don't see any kid not wanting to like act like
just
a ninja.
Be a ninja.
Yeah.
Just running around just fucking kicking the heads off people.
Yeah, and we've all had those years where we're just Naruto running. Yeah, the cringe years.
We've been through the phase. You guys know you have.
Yeah.
But
don't lie. Don't lie.
For like recognizable ninjas, you got the ninjas from Prank Patrol. That's probably all the ninjas I can think. Oh, did Ninjago?
Oh, Lego Ninjago. Yes, obviously. Good ninjas.
Masters of Spinjitzu.
No, fucking. Oh, what ninja? Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those were cool ninjas.
Yeah, those are ninjas.
Those are ninjas. Fucking other ninjas. Assassin. No, was it Ninja Assassin? Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's a very old movie. Well, when I say old, it's like 20. It's like made in 2000s.
Right.
So it's not really that old, but it's a really good movie. Very brutal, very gory and stuff. But it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And yeah, if I had to choose, I'll probably have to go with Pirates because I love plundering me booty.
Play Sea of Thieves.
Oh, that would be such a fun game to play. Sea of Thieves.
Fucking Sea of Thieves nuts fit in your mouth. Oh! He's done it! He's done it again! He's done it again!
How long did it take you to write that?
No, I didn't write it down.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I was like,
It's not on my notes.
no, that was good. That was good.
Starts crying. But next question. I just got a fucking notification. The booty hole tickler. Everyone likes my TikTok.
Fucking, it sounds like Florida, man.
Well, anyway, moving past that. Number 2. If you were to have a theme song, what would it be?
Oh, God. Here we go. I also have a theme song. I can go for like something very edgy.
Yeah.
Something stoic or something entirely stupidly funny. I'm trying to think of the song. Let me see. Let me look at my archives for a sec because I've got amazing songs.
The Kratos thing.
Yeah, sure. That's for my dad. Where is it? Ah, here we are. That's the name. It is the what is it? Caramella Dancing. There, you know that one?
I've not heard that one.
Copyright strike.
We're not monetized. Mate, you just fucking walk into a room and just go.
Every time I walk through a room.
Fucking nice.
In my room, just be bopping every day. Oh, God.
Next up, what is the worst movie you've ever seen?
Hang
The
on, let me
Big
get my
Epic.
list here.
The
Oh,
Big
God.
Epic.
Like, the big epic.
Every time.
Bastard. Oh, no. Oh, there's so many movies that, like, they're bad, but they're good. But I'm trying
Like, there's good bad movies and then there's bad movies.
Well, you know how I feel about Toy Story 4.
No, I like Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4 is Poopy Dukes. In The Incredibles 2, I do find it to be Poopy Dukes now.
Yeah.
But, like, they could have done so much more. The Toy Story 4, I do see the themes that they're trying to go for. Like,
It just wasn't.
cool.
This wasn't it.
But, yeah, it's not great. Not
No.
great.
No.
The worst movie I've seen... It's on the tip of my tongue. Thank you. Dramatic music.
Get the fucking Kahoot countdown.
Oh, God. Worst movie in my opinion. I guess if I'm just gonna just say this because why not? Fucking Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That fucking sucked.
That is a fair shout. To be honest with you, I didn't see it.
It's a movie that exists.
Yeah, I didn't see that in cinemas because I don't really watch movies in cinemas anymore. But after all like the reviews I heard and all the shit online about this movie's fucking just mid to bad at best, I was like, I can't be arsed watching it. But then when it came out on Disney Plus, I watched it. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty average to be honest.
I watched it and I was like thinking, like I heard criticisms, like you get criticism, like sometimes it could be like an unappreciated gem. You never know.
Yeah.
And I went there, boy, it's not an
it's
unappreciated
just-
gem at all.
yeah, no.
It kind of stinks.
I was just a little disappointed with it. It wasn't good, but it was just disappointing. That's pretty much what that movie
I
was.
do find the Dead by Daylight scene to be quite funny though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Wanda just being a killer, just running after them.
Like, walking like fucking Springtrap.
What was it? The last like, what was it? Do you know how Marvel does their like at the end of the credits they do like that little scene?
Yeah.
Patty told me he was not impressed at all with it. I did thought it was kind of funny because, he's from Evil Dead too.
Yeah.
Evil Dead. anything. He's Ash Williams. It's funny. He had the handed thing. I did think that was funny.
Fair enough.
But
Also, fucking, I've lost it. Where is it? Next one is, if you had to change your name, what would it be?
I had to change my name.
The Big Epic.
Maybe that's what you change it to. The Big Epic.
Yeah.
If I had to change my name, can I just change it back to Bryden? No, I think I'll change my name to Big Ounce.
Yes.
Fucking Big Ounce or Quandale Dingle.
Quandale Dingle.
Just,
God, he fell off.
yeah.
I don't think I've seen a Quandale Dingle thing for at least for 2 years. Minimum.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was like scattered throughout TikTok, but I don't even have TikTok anymore because at some point, I just went through a whole entire phase just scrolling mindlessly and just wasting hours upon hours.
Yeah.
Every day on TikTok. Like, it's a good app. It has its funny stuff once you get through the algorithms and shit.
Yeah.
But after some point, it just gets to a point like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. I still use it. I only really use TikTok when I'm like, if it's like a really boring like game cutscene, I'll just flick it out, it starts going through, wait for the cutscene to end, then continue the game. Or if I'm like on break at work, I'll sometimes go through it. But other than that, I don't really use it. I don't even like make TikToks anymore. That's how you know it's bad. I don't know why. The fact that it like the whole like banning TikTok thing in America is quite funny to me. Considering...
Oh, wait, that's an actual thing that they're doing in America.
Yeah.
I thought they were just saying, we're going to ban big, threatening to or something.
No, it's not like the president hasn't signed it off yet, but it's getting there. So we could be next.
Oh, well.
If so, then...
Why are they banning it, though?
Like, because the Americans are scared that the Chinese are spying on them. Americans, am I right?
Well, Australians have things in common, but at least we have, common sense at times.
We're cancelled, GG. Joe!
Oh, no.
But next question will be, are you a fight or flight type of person?
That's something.
Option C.
Option C just stands there.
Unfazed.
Just like, okay. I could be either shitting my pants or I could be like,
I suppose it does depend on like the type of situation you're in. Because if like God comes down from the earth, you're not gonna like just run away.
What do you mean God? Like, is he threatening?
It's like descends from the sky.
If I see God, I'm like, where's the cables?
But like,
God was descending down onto Earth, I'm like, what? I'd be confused.
Exactly, you'd just be standing there.
God becomes a great one. He's like a cryptic. I guess I would say a bit more. I think I would actually be a flight. I'll be honest with you, because I would say, I'm tough and all that. No, I'm a wuss. I'm a wuss.
Oh mate,
I'm scared of like fish. Yeah.
I mean, there are fish that can definitely kill you. So.
Well, yeah, but like fish that you pull out of the river. For some reason, I just can't hold them.
Yeah, I can't be honest doing that either.
What do you mean? No, I just
can't.
Physically scared.
No, I like.
You catch one. Stop.
But favorite food.
Favorite food.
Yeah.
Takes time. My favorite food. I really, really love Japanese food.
Yeah.
Like the last time I had it, like I have sushi now and then.
Yeah.
And the sushi's good. It's lovely. But I had ramen in Melbourne in the Chinatown place.
Yeah.
And fuck, it's amazing. I went there with Paddy.
Yeah.
You remember Paddy, big guy? He was here, Midori bottle.
Well, I think Paddy was the first podcast in this setup.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And me and him went to Melbourne because we were going to we went to PAX. this year. Wait, no, that was last year. So
Yeah.
went to PAX last year, and we were talking because I've never been to like any like convention or Comic-Con or any of that, and I was just like very still a newborn when it comes to that stuff.
Newborn.
Yeah. And he took me there. It was a good time. We made a lot of photos, like met a lot of things. Like it was cool seeing a lot of people you fucking dingus. It was just walking around, just seeing everyone cosplaying. It was so cool because it just everyone putting so much work into something that they can, they could show off their hard work and they just look cool and they can be that character for a day. I saw a lot of Monkey D. Luffy characters though.
Apparently, I saw something that like these, for example, if someone was to cosplay with one of these, it was like they could just take it off you. If it was like, well, at least in Australia.
What do you mean by take it off? Like take it out of your hands, or
no, just take it off you because like you're not allowed to carry these out in public.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. I should get it
out. I guess so, but I bought 5 swords in Comic-Con, and at the time I should have bought it at the end of the day at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But as soon as me and Patty found the store, I was like, I'll have 4 of your finest swords, please. And then at the end of the day, I bought an extra one.
Fuck it. How did you get it?
I just lugged it around all day.
God.
And my fucking sides were killing me. And I just, like, Patty had, like, he found a Monkey D. Luffy hat. He was running around with it. And I found Zoro's swords. I had all 4 of them. I was just walking around acting like him. And, like, at some point, I actually physically couldn't, like, navigate through the Comic-Con. I was that into character. I was like,
So you're saying that you've improved your acting skills?
Yes, I have.
Does that mean the big epic?
No. Go away!
No, kill it, die.
Well, it was so much fun though. Just so much people that have such drive and inspiration just going into it. And yeah, a lot of nerds.
Yeah. So your favorite food would be ramen then?
Oh yeah, that's what ramen. Yeah, ramen. After we went to Comic-Con, Patty took me to this place, Shinjuku. I highly recommend it.
Yep.
And it's so I can't describe it. It's just the broth was just amazing. The noodles are just so tasty. The meat was lovely.
The meat was meaty.
Yes, very describey. But I just looking over at Patty's side, I just see him just so joyful when he's just eating his ramen. And I was just over here with like, nothing could get any better.
This is the life, boy.
That's why I'd be so excited going to Japan, but I know I'll be.
Yeah, what happened to that?
I don't know.
Because I pulled out of it for monetary reasons. Because I was going to Perth.
Well, I pulled out. I didn't want to, but it was just like more or less.
I feel like
Patty wasn't financially right at the minute.
Yeah,
and I was at the minute. But I was a coward. I couldn't just go there on my own.
And plus, was Matthew going or?
Matthew was going, but he was still a bit of a mystery. Like he said, yeah, like aren't we going to like Japan? I'm like, yeah, we are. It's just Patty says, oh, you just let me save up, and he did.
Yeah, I was saying, let me save up.
He kept buying like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh packs and such, and it's just like fun.
I mean, I'm I'm all right to go to Japan. Well, now I am, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do a vlog.
Oh, God. Hey guys, welcome to the Ultimate Banana in Japan.
I think I'm not going to finish.
I got my friends Dingus and Dingus right here. Hi.
We'll go to a forest.
Oh no!
Not again.
Oh no! Oh.
Nah. All right.
Speaking about Logan Paul, have you heard about his brother fighting
Mike
Tyson?
Yeah, fucking that'll be funny.
That's like fucking chicken playing with the sun.
Yeah.
He's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die. I mean, but what if he wins? He won't.
If he wins, I'd say, okay. How
GG,
did you
he was
cheat? Which codes did you use?
Yeah, congrats, mate. He was 53 years old.
He's 53? I thought he was like 60.
Yeah, probably. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I thought your favourite food would have been pudding.
Putting this dick in your ass.
Now, next question. We'll go with, what would you do if you saw a giraffe on the side of the road?
Make out with it.
What?
I don't know. Like, it'd just be so
You just see it.
confusing. Like, you're just driving and then you just hear fucking giraffe in
It's just
Australia.
there.
And
It's just
you're
there.
like, I'll pull over, just attacks me with its neck.
Straight away.
Oh god! Like, what would you do if you just saw a giraffe in Australia
I'd
on the side of the road?
I'd just film it.
What the fuck?
It's like,
What the fuck?
yo.
Hey yo, look at my friend. His name's Steve.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a out of nowhere question.
No, but like, I can get it. Like, I guess I'll be friends with him. Hello, pal. Please don't kill me.
Just recreate the scene from The Last of Us.
Your name
Cut
is
it.
Marty.
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 But next one is, what has been your biggest financial mistake?
Biggest financial mistake. A lot of things.
Biggest.
A lot of things. The biggest.
The biggest.
The biggest. Oh, the biggest. I bought a lot of D&D stuff, and I was getting ready for everyone to play it.
And then it just...
No one
and
wanted
just didn't.
to. And I'm sitting here just with all my books, all of them accumulated. There was like $700 worth.
Fucking hell.
I'm sitting here just like, you know, it'd be cool if we played D&D, but I can't play it on my own.
See, if we did it like at school.
At school, actually, honestly, yeah, at school would be actually quite fun. We'd probably do it at in the art room or media room,
Probably, yeah.
because it's just a bit quiet in there, and
Yeah.
it would actually be really fun doing it. And yeah, it would be the Hellfire Club. Who's going to be Eddie? We don't know.
School, like, we've been out of school for about 2 years.
Yeah,
Give or take 2 years. It doesn't feel like
I'm
it.
still getting used to the.
I'm not
feeling.
really. I'm glad we're. Well, I'm glad that we're not like just constant of like homework and like classes and shit. But the experience of school, like being around mates, the teachers you like, the one teacher you like,
Specifically
just,
one.
yeah, hanging out with your mates every day. It was a good time.
It was, but it's like I know you just said you're used to it now.
Yeah.
Or something. I'm not. I'm still trying to get to the feeling of being used to just living.
Being an adult.
Yeah, it's weird to say that. 'Cause
No, us being adults is weird. Yes.
it's just.
But I
I'm
feel like-
assuming a lot of people have gone through this phase.
No, and I think everyone would have gone
Yeah.
through.
It's just that I don't know. It's just in a way I kind of yearn for feeling some of the feelings back in school.
Yeah.
Being with friends and stuff.
Yeah. I think we kind of was not nostalgia. Well, it might be nostalgia, probably not. But I think it's just nowadays, like, we're all just busy, like working, uni. Well, I don't know who of us went to uni that are still like here, but
a lot of people I've noticed have gone to uni and they just still come back here.
I feel like uni is a mistake.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a lot of money for not a lot of.
That's an interesting topic. I think uni can be beneficial in the right way.
Yeah, it kind of depends on like what you're doing.
Like, yes, of course, it costs a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, and then you gotta like move into a place, and that's more money for like rent and shit in this day and age as well. GG.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I see people go to uni and they just come back.
I'm an example. I did that. I went to uni for a month and I came back.
Yeah.
Because I'm a wuss.
No, I don't think uni is it.
No, for some people, it is a thing for them. Like, have you remember Charlie Hickox?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to law school. He's studying really hard. He's got his own house now, I believe, in Melbourne.
A house? Like, is he renting it or is he?
Maybe, but he's doing well for himself.
No, is by himself?
This is no, he's living with you remember Gene Thompson?
Yeah.
Gene Thompson's living with him.
Nice.
I'm hearing this from Reese because finally talking with Reese again. I don't know why.
I haven't seen him for fucking ages.
No, yeah, he's just been living. That's all.
Yeah. Does he live here still, or is he?
Yeah, he's still here. Should we tell them?
Reese, if you're watching this, you're coming on the podcast. All right. Eventually, again.
Reese, if you're listening.
But we'll get back to the junior stuff a little bit later.
No, yeah, that is still a big topic.
Yeah. Next, these are 10 questions. Are nearly taken fucking 20 minutes.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah,
like that.
it's good.
Like
it's good.
The other podcast, we just
fucking flew through them.
Yeah, just like Pirates and Ninjas.
Yes. But pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Pineapple on pizza. I do not like pineapple on pizza at all.
I feel like it's select, like you either do or you don't.
Yeah,
really,
pretty much. And there's a whole entire 100-year war about it too.
Yes, there is.
People go to battle over pineapple being a yay or nay. And
we should get Ellie on this podcast and ask her that. Or
yeah, get the Italian woman.
Wait, we had fucking Robbie. He's part Italian. We asked him that, didn't we?
Maybe.
Oh, we'll have to go back and watch it.
Like what?
It's been a while. It's been over a year since the Robbie one, definitely. But
yeah, he's doing actually.
Yeah, Robbie's doing well for himself. I've seen he's got
Robbie.
He's got a music video coming out soon.
Go check that out.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like an album or if it's just like just regular music, like singles he's making. But no, he's doing pretty well.
Oh, that's good. Is he still here or is he up in Melbourne?
I think he's still here. Yeah.
Okay.
I think when we had him on the podcast, I think we asked him.
He was moving.
He moved back. Yeah. I think anyway. But
well.
But last question for the 10 is toilet paper, over or under?
Toilet over and under.
Over or
over,
under.
obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to just go against the wall and just
drag it down. I saw an Instagram thing that there was like a really old like ancient drawing of like the first toilet paper roll, and they depict it being over. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, and plus a lot of cartoons and like drawings of toilets usually have
it over.
Paper
yeah, over. So they're teaching us, but some people just don't. They're just idiots.
Well, when you say idiots, some of them just don't care. They're just
no. I'm just saying if you have.
I'm specifically talking
to you, Jeremy. If you have your toilet paper under, what the fuck are you doing with your life? What else do you have that's weird? Do you fucking put your milk in before the cereal as well?
Okay, listen here. Zoom in closer. Okay, editor, zoom in. You think you can just put your toilet paper against the wall and get away with that?
No.
That's not happening.
No.
We cannot tolerate such impurities in our world. And there will be consequences.
I will find you.
I'm going to sue you out of existence.
That is just a fact of life. Yeah. But
you're like Matthew whenever he has a mic. Oh.
But that's all. Yeah, that's all the questions. So
really, that's all.
Yeah, that was 10. That took us 15-ish minutes to get through, but it was good. We actually got some in-depth conversations about the questions.
There's nothing wrong with just sharing your own opinions.
Well, it depends what the opinion is.
Well, that is true. That's true. But like you see, that's not fun.
You see, that's not fun.
Oh, everyone nowadays, opinions can be either the life or death.
I feel like
Sir Pello has talked very well of opinions.
Yes. So like opinions and like for like comedy, I reckon comedy is the only thing where like anything goes.
Yes.
That's just my little game theory.
In comedy, you're always going to have someone that just
Like everyone deep down is a fiend for dark jokes. We all know it. Just grow the fuck up. You.
You
specifically.
No, it's I don't know. Comedy is such a beautiful and
It's an
horrific
art
thing.
form.
Yes. You could hate the artist.
Don't hate the
but
player,
just
hate the
don't-
game.
That's probably better. Probably better description.
I feel like I used to be fucking hilarious back in my day. Back in the old days.
I feel like
back in
like 2010.
I've fallen the fuck off is what's happened.
Yeah. He's selling a prospector.
Like even like I made a video on the Helldivers, that fucking mental insanity of a game, and it just wasn't funny. So I'm like, what the fuck am I? What's happened to me? I've gone from.
You want to try that again?
No. GG. It's in the past.
The man just sounds like Tux Paint.
Fucking Tux Paint.
I'll make that joke a lot with.
Oh my god, that is so OG. Fucking Tux Paint.
I would always play that in school. Terrible at art, always just covering the whole entire screen with like
bricks.
or
Yeah, the brick.
Because it was like, yeah, I'm so cool.
Yeah,
brick it
fucking
all up.
bro, I'm so bricked up right now.
And it's just, my god, those were the days.
Primary school and primary school was so good. It really wasn't, but the nostalgia was just
The nostalgia
supreme.
was
peak nostalgia for primary school.
I played a lot of cool maths games back then.
I thought I did in high school, up until I left high school.
Because it was nostalgic.
Yeah.
Was it Pop Tropicals? I remember we had to play that a lot in primary school.
Yeah. Fucking Zoom Beanies, G Compre, Mini Clip. Mini Clip was like the hardest fall off of a website I've ever seen.
Really?
It was
What
so
happened
good.
to it?
I think it's just fallen off because it died of old age or something. I don't know.
Died of cringe.
No, but the amount of stories I think we could have, or I have from primary school, that's a whole fucking other podcast for itself.
Yeah, this is
We
more
should do that. That should be a
kind of
topic with Kane,
Well,
because
yeah.
that'll be something.
Yeah. I can just imagine with Kane. It's just, so what do you want to do this? He always does that kind of stuff.
The thing is, we say that to him. So that's not me. What are you talking about?
That's not me. What are you talking
It's
about?
not even
It's
me.
like- fucking Kane was so unhinged and like so on loose back in days. It was crazy.
I feel like the amount of stuff he did from just like life has like we see we nowadays, if we see some crazy shit, we're like, yeah.
Just
said it before.
Oh yeah, typical shit.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that's Kane.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, but back then, my god,
It was fucking hilarious.
Mm.
We'll save that for when he's on the
Yeah,
podcast.
he's the master of all
Primary school stories.
comedy.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But what was I thinking of? We were talking. Oh yeah, nostalgia.
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 Fortnite.
Battle Pass.
Oh, I hope that meme dies one day.
Maybe memes never die.
Oh, I tell ya. Actually, no, I won't say it on the record because it's actually no, I can't.
Cancelled.
I've seen on Instagram recently. I've seen, or it might have been TikTok. I've seen a couple of things of Min.
Oh, Midday, how's he doing?
He's doing actually pretty. I don't know if he still lives. I don't think he lives here anymore. He's
No,
in
he's
Melbourne.
up in Melbourne.
Yeah, he's in Melbourne. He's doing pretty well for himself. He's got his editing is editing is not the way to describe it. I think it's, or his art is obviously good.
His art, yeah.
Obviously, fucking masterpiece, mate.
Yeah.
But I saw a TikTok and the editing was actually pretty good on it. But it wasn't anything like wasn't like fucking a building falling over or something.
Mm.
But I'd say it was a pretty good level for someone like me. Just a little flag.
I can just see like a little halo above your head, just me. Brayden cute moments compilation. Yeah, man. Like I know there was like a lot of shit that happened in school, like very questionable, but like it's good to see him actually do good for himself now.
Yeah, I feel like if he showed his face back here though, as well to the guys, the people that know,
Yeah.
don't know, mate.
Yeah, for me, I was just like, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah, I feel like I've seen him here like once or twice, but in Coles. But no.
I remember we went to go watch. I think we've talked about this on the podcast, but we went to Bendigo to watch the Spider-Man No Way Home movie.
Yeah,
and it was a really fun day.
It was.
Or like originally, it was just going to be like a couple of us going, but no,
Yeah,
it just turned into a full excursion.
Yeah, I recently looked at like the Instagram post Jared made of it. I'm like, fucking all the boys went. Like I thought there was like a smaller group than it was.
No, all the boys went. Like even Patty was there. And
Yeah,
he was like a year level above us.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That like we need to do
crazy. Oh, that's crazy. We were talking about. Actually, I kind of forgot now. Oh,
that one thing I do.
Please, people, give me your energy so I can remember. There we go. Definitely remember it now.
Good job, guys. Yeah. One thing I do want to gloss over before we move on is the.
We were talking about Bendigo. That's what I remembered it.
But the video that.
Oh, you're going to gloss over the editing and such.
No, the
no.
The
It'd be handy if we wrote stuff down.
The parallel universe video that we were gonna film eventually.
Oh yeah,
the skit.
Yeah,
I should have just fucking said that.
Yeah, the skit. We have a lot of ideas.
Wait,
for
like
videos.
us two specifically
You're
have
just
like at least like 15 film video or short film like ideas and skits. We just haven't.
Yeah, because it's either not the right time,
or it's like I feel like we have good ideas. It's just getting it like this logistics basically. It's like, can we what can we film it? Because we need more than us two to film.
Oh,
obviously.
Definitely.
Even like the fight video we did with Patty.
Yeah,
that
was difficult on its own.
So I looked back on it recently. I was like some of this shit is so fucking cringe. It's funny. Definitely needed to do better, like fighting.
Yeah,
but it was only a test.
Maybe maybe that's something we should learn. Stunts.
Yeah, let's just become Raka.
Become jackass.
Yeah, but that video, I feel like maybe the way it was shot, because it wasn't like actually shot properly.
No, it wasn't. I will admit my camera angles are very.
No, we were only video scripting, so it didn't really need to be insane.
Yeah.
But some of the things we've thought of to film, actually pretty fucking good ideas. But say the Master and Apprentice one we discussed, like that's probably like the furthest project that we've like the furthest in development that we've got.
I'm thinking of the Master and Apprentice. Like I've watched a lot of Kung Fu Panda at the minute.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I'm just having those ages like, I kind of wanted to watch some DreamWorks movie.
The only problem about that, just getting that done, is do we want to because the idea first came up as just a fight. Yeah. Just a fight scene.
Because, that's how everything starts, as a fight.
Yeah, just a fight scene between us two. Not with these. This will kill us.
No, we're not going to be fucking full on Metal Gear Rising Revenge.
I feel like when it comes to swords, I feel like the only reason I've used lightsabers every time
because they're safe.
Yeah, it's safe and it looks good when it's properly done. But let's say if we did a fight scene with these,
oh god, it would be dope.
It would be fucking sick,
but
would be dead.
We would
Yeah, but the main problem I reckon I had, at least, with getting logistics down for that Master Apprentice thing is the story and how long it would take us to film. Because, well, you don't live here, no, you're not here a lot, I should say. I don't think, or I'll have you moved back here.
I have moved back here. It's good now. That's another story I'll talk about.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, obviously getting people has always been a fucking problem with these things.
I know, especially when
getting not so much experienced people, but
just consistent people.
I feel like cinematography, for like media, I did. I came up pretty much 90% of the cinematography for the Outcast movie that didn't come out, that we didn't finish. That some of the shots in there were actually fucking good. Like the first scene of Kane, where just zooms out from the staff. I don't know why, but yeah, it kind of zooms out the staff and he walks across frame. That was a good shot.
Staff. He looked like a off-bred Gandalf.
he tore. The costume was fucking phenomenal though. Like the most effort I've always seen put into a costume in one of those big epic films. I think he cut a hole in a blanket and put it over a dressing gown. And it was low key a banging costume. The rest of us had just fucking school uniform on.
Yeah, and so Kane's the one that put the most effort in.
And it's not really annoying, but the fact that we broke the staff on the fight scene at the very end was
no,
we can't use that staff anymore.
Just a bit of glue and everything.
So anyway,
should be fine.
Back to the point. Getting people is hard because if we just did our thing, we'd zoom through it because I'd say we are filmmakers. You're kind of into it.
I do.
You are into it?
I do like the aspects of filming. I'm not great at it at all.
Yeah, none of us are.
And I would like to at least learn more. I'd like to learn how to do camera angles and even just stories in general. I want to at least actually learn how to actually make proper stories.
Yeah, I'm still getting that. Trust me, I wrote all the big epic films.
Yeah, he did. We just did all the comedy. We thought it was funny.
I feel like the big epic was very good experience because the last big epic that was released in full was the big epic 2. That was year 10 or something. I can't remember, but the story on that wasn't great, obviously.
No, it was definitely.
It was mid.
It was
actually it was bad.
There was a lot of plot holes, of patches. We fit this in. This will definitely work.
I didn't build it from one point to another. I built it from action scenes and just filled in the blanks with just random shit.
Yeah.
Because I was mostly concerned. I was mostly put on action scenes because we're boys. Obviously, we're gonna do fight scenes. But then when I brought in the lightsaber stuff for the Big Epic 3, I was just mainly focused on that, just to up my experience in visual effects, so that when we moved on to Outcast, I could actually use the visual effects in Outcast were mediocre at best because it was all 2D. But if I didn't have experience from the Big Epic films, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Same as storytelling. I am a lot fucking better at storytelling now than I was at the start.
That's why I think doing D&D would be such a good thing because you're learning practically how to storytell.
Yes.
Be improvise and just having a good time, just creating a world and stuff. It's just dope. And don't get me wrong, with the Big Epic 1 and 2,
the one just don't count.
No, does not exist.
I didn't. Well, I feel I took I think after that one, I took over the entire fucking Big Epic thing at that point. It wasn't even my idea at the start. Because I remember the meeting we had that conceived the idea of what we were going to do for the first Big Epic. I had a migraine, so I wasn't really all there. But we knew we were going to do about drugs because I think it was me. It was No, it was Reese, Jordan, and it was Vinny.
Vinny. It was Vinny, and Kane was in there as like a cameo or something. He
Yes.
was in there for like a little bit. He was like,
yeah.
He does something.
So they were coming up with everything in terms of concepts for the movie. I was just sitting there dying, listening in.
Cringe.
But I was put onto the editing job because I was doing YouTube. I was the only one that had any experience on editing at the time. I was using Windows Movie Maker at the time.
Hell yeah, man.
I used Windows Movie Maker to create my most viewed video ever. That has like 86,000 views or something.
Was that the soccer video?
No, that's just a Star Wars edit.
Oh.
But I think after the Big Epic 1, I'm like, okay, I edited it. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll just take over. So for the next one, I wrote the scripts. We didn't like the scripts. The final script I had and the movie that came out completely two completely different fucking things. But then I think after that, I think everyone just accepted that it was like just my thing, because I don't know if you guys could just not be asked with helping, but
I'll be honest, I could not be asked.
Yeah, I think because I did all the editing, I did pretty much everything.
And the only thing we did and contribute was come up with all the fucking humor and shit.
Honestly, the one thing I wish is that, like, I know everyone wanted to contribute to the Big Epic 3, but by the time, like, when I asked people, like, we had a group chat, I was like, when I asked them for anything, ideas, anything, nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
I'll just talk about memes and stuff.
Yeah, I'll just do it. But it was a good experience. So I feel like if we made something now, it'd actually be pretty good. I mean, but we made the fight video, and that wasn't amazing. But we learned stuff from that as well. Like, we learned stuff from that little test shoot as well. We learned like camera angles for specific
actions and
like
stuff.
action scenes and stuff.
I think we should like watch a lot of more like movies or games, even like some games like have choreography.
I know, like, I've had indented in my brain since the conception of Outcast. Very specific moves from Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. That would be fucking sick for a movie. But
I'm gonna ask a bit more about your Star Wars later on.
Right,
Let's continue with our conversation.
But filmmaking for you, is that a thing you want to like get into, or?
I do see the appeal in it, and I do find it interesting. But it's the same thing with everything. I'm just not sure if I would be, self-doubt. I'm not sure I'll be good enough at it. Not sure if I know stick with it for long.
Yeah, the self-doubt is a big thing. I feel like for pretty much anything you get into that's new. Like, I've been doing motion graphics, like 3D visual effects, on and off for about 2-ish years now. I've gotten nowhere pretty much. Like, it's so difficult to learn. But for filmmaking, just making a movie itself, I kind of got put off it from the Big Epic experience, because it just wasn't fun to go through.
It just depends on
there's a guy in lives in Swan Hill. His name is Mitchell Barkman. He's professional filmmaker. He does like professional weddings. When we were at school in like assemblies in the hall, we'd have that like the Clontarf video play.
Yeah,
he made that video. So he does like commercial stuff, like ads and like little businesses around Swan Hill, Victoria.
Wow.
So I reached out to him, and just for like advice or just tips or anything. Like, he's got a master's degree. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Like, okay, not intimidated at all.
I mean, like, he did say that to get it for filmmaking, you don't need a master's degree, like, to get into it. You can literally just learn it by yourself. As long as you're good at it, who the fuck cares, right? You gotta have a portfolio of what you've done and all that. But he did say to me that he could give me opportunities to film like debs and like balls and not balls, but balls, but like debs and other stuff like that. But I kind of don't want to
It's
because
just something you're not really interested in.
it's because I got put off filmmaking for a while. And plus the equipment I have isn't exactly professional grade. Like Kero asked me to film his deb, like because like I know I can do it. Like I know I have the technique, so to speak. Because I looked at
technique.
a friend from work showed me the video from her deb. Probably the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Like her and Caro both agreed on the fact that I would do a better job at filming a deb. So Caro then asked me, but then I know I can do it, but I'm not confident in myself to be able to put out a professional level because I don't have the equipment that is professional level. Like that is like 4 years old. That's probably 20 years old. And like it's good enough for like YouTube videos and podcasts and short films, but for like professional things that people pay you to do, I just say no because I know I'm not going to give them what they want, basically. But for you, do you want to like study it or just do it?
I honestly might want to try and at least study it.
Yeah.
And
maybe... did you have a media class with us?
I did, but I only showed up like halfway through the year, and I still to this day I do not know how to use Photoshop at all.
I don't know.
It's cool.
I've literally like very recently gotten to Photoshop because like I did all my thumbnails in PowerPoint for the longest time, and the most recent thumbnail I made I did in Photoshop. There's a couple of like Instagram posts for like the big epic like character posters. I did that in Photoshop. It's not that hard once you grasp the concepts. But I put it off for the longest time because I just didn't know what the fuck to do.
Jeez, it's because it's like I've seen how everyone was using Photoshop, and for me it was just like so daunting and so intimidating. It's like, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to like.
I feel like even if you look at like editing softwares, like a mate at work said to me that he has a lot of respect for editors because he tried it and he just didn't know what the fuck to do. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like it just comes with experience, really.
It's a very humbling experience.
If you do YouTube, you'll get it pretty quickly because like you could literally just tutorials. Like I still use tutorials for specific things.
Hey guys, welcome back to my tutorial.
Like After Effects and stuff.
But no, I think it would be kind of cool to actually learn how to do that stuff. Like I don't have like a PC or a laptop that
you don't need a PC. I used a laptop until I graduated.
I see. Well, I don't have a laptop.
I use this bad boy.
Gimme.
I feel no, but this is like very it's not correlated. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's designed for editing. It's got way too much RAM that needs to be in a laptop. The graphics card is alright. CPU is a beast, but this is a very expensive laptop.
Like seeing you talking about that stuff, I really want to like get into because I do not know.
I would like if you want to choose between a laptop and a desktop PC, just go with a desktop PC. You could get a better, like this cost like $2,500 when I got it. You could get better specs on a PC for cheaper on a PC.
Yeah, how much is PC? like $3,000? Oh.
Nowadays, probably, yeah. I got mine for...
arm and a leg.
I got mine for like 8.5. And nowadays it's like worth like 5.
Fuck!
I bought it at the wrong time.
No, damn.
I feel like, no, my PC is old though. It's like 3 years old, I think. Like I had like, at the time, it was like second best graphics card, a very expensive motherboard, best CPU at the time, well, best commercial CPU at the time. And then, yeah, nowadays it's just it's still a beast, but
yeah, I'm just thinking that it's like I probably could like at least I do have an office that I could probably just set it up in there.
Yeah, if you want to get to filmmaking and like editing films, You just need good, like decent amount of RAM. Graphics card. Kinda need a good one because it depends if you want to like do the processing with the GPU or the CPU. Doesn't really matter. A good CPU, they're cheap as fuck though nowadays.
Jeez.
Like I could and if you want to build it or pre-builds, building it is I don't think there's much of a price difference, but you feel cooler when you build it. You feel like it's unique to you.
It's your baby.
It's your baby. Fuck, it's already been.
Bye-bye.
We're definitely not gonna go for that long, but yeah. Anyway, my suggestion would be just watch videos.
Okay.
You could I'm not amazing at filmmaking myself, but it would be nice to have someone else that's good at filmmaking, so that I vision stuff in my head, obviously, and I can't even get it out to physical sometimes. But it would be nice to have someone else that knows framing and composition to make a shot look good. Because no offense to everyone else in the Big Epic, that when I wasn't on camera, the shot was a bit basic for what I would have liked. But that's fine. That's fine.
You guys should be offended. You should kill him. Kill.
No, Vinny was good. He had a good. Vinny had a very good shot.
He did.
In the Big Epic 3, when we were on the oval. Fucking everything happened on the oval. But it was me, you, and Brayden against the fucking Avengers, basically.
Yeah.
The rest of them, you were all running at each other and punching and shit, and Vinny was going through you like that. That was a fucking fantastic shot. It's a real shame that we didn't finish the Big Epic 3, because it was some of it was actually good, but the rest
maybe in the future we might release a thing. There's it's a shitty video. It's it has text this is stuff that we didn't release because we didn't do it right.
One thing I really miss about making films though is making the trailers for the films, because I fucking love making cool trailers. Just the Big Epic 2, I made 2 trailers for that. Don't look at them. They were shit. Because the first thing you do will obviously be shit, but you learn from it. But the Big Epic 3 trailers, when they came out, I know Vinny was in my one. I think it wasn't IT because it was too early for that. I think it was a technology class or something like that. But he loved those fucking trailers. I'm he was watching them in class and shit. I'm fucking god, they were good there because I use the Avengers trailer music basically because it was fucking cool. The trailers I had for Outcast, I had 2 that were 30 seconds, this little teasers. There was another teaser that was pretty good, but I had planned 2 more full trailers. We didn't have enough footage. We only shot out of the whole movie, I think it was 15 scenes in total. We shot 3 or 4. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, trailers are cool. Even there's one I showed you, just the music trailers. I think it was the Master and Apprentice video. I think what music was it? I can't remember. It was the Hoist the Colors.
Oh yeah, Hoist the Colors.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, I just love the just epic trailers. I love it.
I remember always pitching an idea hey, even when you do your trailers, maybe I could do a voice, I can introduce and I would read the text.
Yeah,
I would, because we watched a lot of Vanos Gaming back in the day. In his old style editing, he would have Mini Lad or Soup or Spoon, he would read out the things. It was cool as in a world where nobody knows, stuff like that. It's coming to cinemas soon.
Donkey Kong and Astro Boy,
Mario and Link.
They join forces to fight the
Fucking toothless.
yeah. But yeah, I just want to, like, even before we filmed Outcast, I was just originally just going to make a trailer, and it's just a trailer. I wasn't going to make the fucking film. But
hang on, I gotta stretch.
do a quick yoga class.
Yoga man. Jeez.
But yeah, but I feel like for you to be, well, you can study it, but you gotta do it to get experience for it.
For some reason, I just believe in my head. I've always believed this. For some reason, it's probably like incorrect, but for some reason, I just feel like I believe that you gotta have a drive for it to do it.
Yeah, yes and no. I feel like you definitely have got to have a creative mind to do it. Because, like, say how the process I'd take, for example, is when I'm writing a scene, I would envision it like it's playing in real time, and how it would be shot just based off movies I've seen. So like how it's shot, what angle, and all that stuff. Once you get that, you're basically sorted. You just gotta write it down onto like a sheet, or like draw it how you'd want it, and then you're good. So for the next film,
God damn it,
you can, yeah, we just get experience and do it.
I'll try my best. And
I'm gonna buy like a gimbal, so I can just run.
Gotta go buy a steady camera. Those are fucking massive.
Yeah, because that master press, like I've written probably a page of script in the last like 2 months, or however many months it's been since we first came up with it. But I think we need to decide if we want to have it just as like a fight, or just like a short film. Because it can go either way.
It could.
The fight would mean more if it was a film, but the fight on its own would be fine.
You know, the funny thing is,
because we've been shit at fight scenes.
I like it how, like, you said you have no topics to talk about, and I wrote.
Yeah, we've been going for about
and
non-stop.
We haven't used any of my topics.
Yeah, go.
No, it's fine. It's like nothing wrong with that. It's good that we're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking.
Yeah,
it's what a podcast is.
And I do have a lot of things here, like a couple. Not when I say a lot, it's like.
Wanna move your mic a little bit closer?
Is that better? Hello, ASMR.
Yeah, you could. ASMR.
ASMR. It's just, it's just a lot of it is. These are just things that I've just wrote down just to remember and stuff. And it's just like, damn. But like, nah. So, my real question is though. What actually really interests you in Star Wars that makes you just love the franchise so much?
It's the lightsabers. It's the, like, I feel like as a kid, like you think, oh, like Star Wars was like a big thing, just because some kids were in it, some kids weren't. I just so happened to be one that was. But the concept of like sword fighting with like just beams of lasers. I'm a fireman laser. I feel like I used it in films, obviously because it's easy to do, it's safe for the most part, and if you break them, they're cheap to replace. Other than these bad boys, if we use these in the big epic. I think
either I would die or like Kane
everyone
would have died.
Would all die.
Yeah.
No, but I reckon as a thing, you should write a film or a short film, and then do it.
Honestly, I might give it a go.
Because I'm like storytelling wise, I was writing a book with
autobiography, Brayden.
Yeah, imagine. I think Caro asked me to co-write a book. I think it was like it wasn't. It was like it was big epic, but like reboot basically, like a complete reboot from the very start. New, like a completely new slate, big epic. I was like, okay, that seems interesting, but that hasn't really gone anywhere.
That just sounds like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in its whole. They just keep rebooting
They just keep doing
every
it.
time.
Yeah.
Same with like.
That's why I haven't like done it like as a film, because I'm not gonna reboot it. It's just it's a point in time.
It's set in stone. If we want to do something, we'll just make
do something
different.
New
entirely.
Yeah, do something different. The only like I know people say that he's doing lightsabers, like, but realistically, I've not released a single film with lightsabers in full, not one. I don't know how much of that last 12-ish minutes we got, but if I didn't get my camera, then we'll just go with yours. That's fine.
We just have like a PNG image of Brayden just there and just
animated
up and down.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. But yeah,
like use MatPat. It's like,
the MatPat. Yeah.
How to do it. Oh, MatPat.
Damn, I don't know why. Like that was sad. Sad times.
Yeah, because it's just we've had him since like 2011.
Yeah,
he's been around. He's one of the greats practically.
Yeah. Like I've seen a couple of like the new episodes from like the new people.
Yeah, and the
film theory one's actually all right because like he has a good voice for it.
Yeah.
Game theory, but I know the guy anyway, so that didn't really matter to me. I haven't watched the food theory guy.
I have food theory, like,
and I haven't watched the style theory. I don't really watch style theory.
Is it fashion theory?
That's how much I watch it.
There's like 5 technically. You got game theory, you got GT Live, you got film theory, food theory, and you got fashion theory.
Yeah.
Which is like, damn, they got all.
And I think MatPat still does GT Live.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I thought he retired.
I think he only does GT Live.
Okay, so he just like come in, just play a game whenever.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool because he's the reason why he's doing it is so he can just spend more time with
his
kid.
family. Yeah, he's like old, I guess.
And his wife, I forgot his wife's name. That's bad.
Stephanie,
thank you.
I think it was something. Yeah, I think it's Stephanie.
Yeah, I believe it's Stephanie. And Stephanie wanted to spend more time with her kids too because both of them have been doing it for like 11 years.
Yeah,
and they've just they're getting some time for themselves.
They've made enough money. They can retire.
Definitely, they've done so much. They've raised so many charities. They've brought so much life to things. It's just a great. And like the same with Markiplier, he's done a lot of things. He's amazing. Like, have you heard about his film that he's been making?
Iron Lung, yeah.
Yeah,
that's been taking a while.
It is because he's been saying like his latest video says I'm tired.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of energy, as you were saying before.
Yeah, it does take.
It does take a lot of energy to make a movie. Yeah. But he's doing it on a grander scale.
Is he working with like a studio or is it like an independent film?
I believe so. He's working with a studio. He's directing it. He's like
So he's like everything.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like the man.
The head.
Yeah. And I believe they're trying to use the most blood in a movie ever. I think they're trying to go for that. Which makes sense because they're taking place in a little blood ocean.
Yeah.
And you're in a submarine down like in the depths of this lake.
Yeah. Because it's been going on for like a year.
Yeah, a bit more.
That's probably average film time.
Like, I think if it doesn't come out and it's kind of meh, I don't really care because it's something Markiplier made.
Yeah, no, fucking heists with Markiplier in space.
Those were amazing.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good. Like I wanted to do something like in space, but that's just very hard.
Oh, that's something an interesting concept we could possibly explore.
I explored it a little bit with Reese because he was doing something like that for his media project in Year 12, and yeah, it's hard.
It would definitely be hard because you have to use like links and descriptions and like go into other videos. And
even just like putting the story together, but it's not linear at all. Like
you have multiple choices. That just seems like so.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but it's
It'd be something.
It just gives you so much possibility. It's like you can just make a whole entire story on its own with that.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's definitely one of the ideas that we've at least thought.
Was Markiplier the first one that ever done that?
I don't know. It's the first one I ever saw, but I don't know if it was the first.
I mean, it was the first ever I saw. Markiplier, he's achieved so much throughout his career, and he's a very inspiring person.
Yeah,
like I don't know, he's done well in life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like when I saw In Space, I kind of took. I think I took a few inspiration points for my media projects, but I think it was just more cinematography stuff. Because like the way he shot it was good, obviously.
I found the story very interesting.
Yeah.
And I just love it how like if you choose to make Mark do all the work all the time, and you get the story where you just get Mark to do everything, at some point he just murders you.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I love who is it? Bob's character in it too. He's fucking funny too.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just back up into this wormhole? Just back it on up. I'm sitting there like, literally, there was like the reasonable one to choose or Bob's answer. I was like, I'm gonna see what Bob was talking about. Let's back this bitch up. And it was like become like a dark, like I think it was like a grey dimension or something that went to. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so
Bob,
it was
Mark,
so funny. Yeah.
and Wayne, they're such funny people.
Yeah.
Wayne's always the butt of the jokes, the poor bugger. They're like, guys, please stop. And they're like, ha, Wayne. Like, you poor bastard. Oh, God.
But, I've kind of run out of topics, to be honest. So if
Have you? All right, I'll start
some of yours.
using some of mine. We've used one.
We've been going for about hour 20. I'll change it.
We'll keep going.
I'll change it over in a second. Then.
But, like, honestly, though, man, is there anything at the minute that's been interesting for you at the minute?
Not really.
Not at all.
Nah, I've just been slaving away at Coles. And then...
How's Coles actually been?
No, it's just the same.
Same.
Pretty much the exact same, pretty much.
Jesus.
I've been doing the 3D VFX thing on and off. I'm doing a course for it, but...
But coming back to Coles, I know it's like a very boring topic.
Coming back to Coles. Oh, yes! I'm going
The big comeback to Coles. No, it's just like, I heard that there's a lot of stuff that's been going on at Coles. Like a lot of staff members have just been, very terrible. Some of them are facing abuse. Like, I won't say her name, but she's one of the people that works at Coles. And, she was just doing her job, dealing with a customer that was being rowdy.
Was like a checkout?
Yeah,
checkout.
Yeah, she's a checkout chick. She, they, them,
Yeah.
Can't assume.
Cashier.
But no, it's just she's doing her job.
Yeah. And
the person just like says, "Go ahead, call the cops." And she's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then call the cops told her, "Yeah, call the cops. You better get going." And she's like, "You call the cops?" Yes. And sucker punched her in the face. They did that.
What?
Yeah.
How did I not hear of this?
I don't know, but
I fucking worked there.
I don't know. And she gets the blame for doing it. She's like, well, you shouldn't have just antagonized the customer.
Yeah, policies are fucked. We should be a D tier. That's what I think, but kind of everything.
Yeah, abuse, B tier.
Nah. Yeah, the Coles. It's not run very well. Managers are a bit shitty, but what can you do? It pays the bills. You can't
talk about them because,
it pays the bills.
Well, it does, but also, you can get controversy and all the stuff that can have legal stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I just rock up and put stuff on shelves.
I worked out, I was just packing bags.
Yeah.
Oh, you want that? I left out? Okay. $25. That's cool.
$20 billion.
It just gets to a point and it's like, hey, how you doing? You want a bag? Oh, okay. I've done it for 4 years and I was in there for so long. Like, it's a decent job to start off with or, be there for your life. But
yeah.
My goodness, it was just for some reason I was just so bored there. It was boring.
No, it is 100% boring.
Like, have you worked in customer service? Like, the customers are lovely. Sometimes you get people that are just dipshits.
Yeah.
And you just...
That happens everywhere.
You either just roll with it or just crumble.
Yeah.
And the funnest part in Coles for me was working at Fresh Produce because, I get to work with other stuff, don't really have to talk to much people.
Yeah.
And I'm just putting out fruit and looking at bananas.
Yeah.
What else could you want? And stocking shelves, that was I thought I was going to Coles and I thought I was going to be working stocking shelves. I was thinking, oh, that'd be cool. And then all of a sudden, you're working in customer service. Me at the time, not a very social person at all, does not want to talk to people. I'm like, what?
Because I originally I did an interview at Woolies before I went to Coles. And I think at Woolies you are required to do checkout for like a month or so. I don't know how long it is.
That's what they done at Coles. Like last year I was there. They made that requirement that people all had to learn how to do customer service, stocking shelves, and fresh produce. Yeah,
but nowadays we're just so severely understaffed that we just hire people to do specific things.
Yeah,
even in grocery, we hire people get hired to go to grocery expecting to be put on shelves, but then they're put in facing for however many months, and then they can go onto stocking shelves, or they leave, and then we get a new batch of faces in.
Then they start facing.
Then they go.
Because how long were you facing for? Like
a year.
Yeah.
Too long. No. Facing's alright.
Facing because I did it it was like a rare thing for me. It's like facing.
Yeah, you don't have to talk to too many people. It's not bad, but.
And then sometimes you get the occasional person like, "Excuse me, where's this?" I'm like,
"Don't know, mate."
I don't know.
Even now when I get asked, the amount of times I get asked to go check out the back to go check stuff, I just don't.
Back and you just.
No, I just go out the back. I just look at that, stare at the cage for a couple seconds, go back out. Nope, sorry, mate. We'll have it tomorrow. Probably not. I just say it because I have to. Coles is just there. I was gonna. Canada.
That's a place we're going.
No, I was gonna leave, but there's nowhere else I really go, so I'll just stay there until I feel like I earn enough money elsewhere to leave.
Oh, yeah, it's in Coles. It's such brings back great memories.
It doesn't.
I'll tell you right now, it doesn't. But Jesus, Manevis, my goodness, my googus. That'd be serious though. Speaking about jobs and stuff, it just brings me to this point where just thinking about if you didn't work at Coles, where would you go?
I don't know. To be completely honest,
that's the thing though. It's it's hard.
It's hard to see myself working anywhere else.
I think it's 2020, the decade itself. I think this is the absolute pinnacle. And maybe other generations and all of them, I'm pretty sure they all experience this. But for now, this is the Gen Zers or Zoomers or whatever they are, year of self-identity. Everyone is trying to discover who they are.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you see everyone nowadays, they discovering their sexuality and discovering their identity and what their pronouns are, all that kind of stuff. And people are very, it's controversial nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's just it is. I don't understand it myself, but I can kind of understand the aspect of not knowing who you are. And I think most people back in the days would have kind of experienced that as well.
Yeah, but I feel like you kind of just, I think everyone experiences that. Old people still probably figuring that out because you just take if you take it day by day, like anything could happen to you in life. You could just get shot. I don't know, randomly. But
You just walking down the street, la la la.
um,
Hey Stephen, what have you done?
no.
It's the lovely day to walk down the road, and if I stop talking, I will explode. Hey Stephen, what have you done?
No, but our generation, I think our generation, like, I know old people would say, "Oh, you guys just aren't too fucking lazy," but nah.
I would think people back them days, so the older generations, for them would say
Yeah,
the exact same thing.
The exact same thing, yeah.
And so now it's just, all right.
We are just finding more options to do other stuff.
Yeah.
We are making our lives happier and better by doing the stuff we want to do rather than doing the stuff we have to do to get by, basically.
It's a
Like when you're our age, you kind of have to like do like your basic job, and like not like not doing like 9 to 5s every day, but like enough money to save up for stuff, and then I think once you hit like a certain not even like a certain age, but like a certain point, then you're like, okay, now that I'm out of forcing myself to do that shit for X amount of years. You're like, okay, what can I do now? And then you just go do it. Back in the day, I feel like once you get a job, you're just there for like 60 years.
Oh, that's just for some people, and I think it's just a form of belief. How like you believe yourself.
Yeah,
That you have to be there for that. They're probably right. You probably do have to be there for a long time.
yeah.
But for me, it's just like, why would you want to be there for so long? Like
Experience different things.
But that's just probably something I just don't understand, and
Nah.
they probably would tell them their understanding. That would be cool.
Yeah, but I feel like it does just depend on like person to person basis. Because like some people are happy just working their ass off until they die. But yeah, I don't know.
It's just that's what I'm saying with self-discovery. It's just like, it makes me think, because I'm going to be honest with you, I do not know what I want to do in life. I'm still...
Well, we're still babies.
Yeah, we are. We are 20 years old, and people would look down to people like in their 16 years old.
Yeah.
And they say, what do you want to do in life? What do you want to do?
They're just trying to... I reckon you shouldn't be like... Not forced, but like pressured to know what you want to do.
Because that's what school
when
did.
you're in school.
Yeah, that's what they did to us. They just said, what do you want to do for school? Do you want to go to uni? Do you want to go to TAFE? Do you want to do all this? Do you want to do that?
I feel like, yeah, uni, I guess, like, but let's save that until like you're in year 12, like towards the end. Because you don't need to focus on that.
They were doing it for us in year 10.
Yeah, you don't need to focus on anything after school until you're nearly gone. Because you've got enough shit to do at school.
It's just like, man, we're not fully baked yet.
We're not fully baked. That's an analogy.
Not like fully just...
We're cool.
Oh, man, this stuff is like good, man. Like, oh, jeez. Like, this kush is like amazing, man.
Yeah, like I know, like I became friends with people like when we were just about to leave school, and they're now in year 12, and they're like stressing the fuck out about what they're gonna do. I'm like, don't worry about it, man. You have like 80 odd years of life ahead of you.
Yeah,
you're good.
You don't know.
You don't like. You could be like 50 and still be, and like change direction. So it does not matter.
Because I'll be honest with you, right?
Right.
I do not know where I'm going. I went to uni after school because that's what I believed that what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because everyone.
What were you doing at uni?
At the time, I was studying gaming designing. I was going to learn how to design games and like create like plots and like just learn how to level make. Yeah. It was quite interesting stuff and all that. And I thought that's what everyone had to do. I thought everyone's doing this. I don't want to be left behind. I'm going to go to uni and do this. But when I got into uni, for some reason, I for some reason, I was a good case of imposter syndrome. I'm not going to self-diagnose myself. I'm not doing that shit. Stupid.
Imposter.
Honestly. What are you saying? Sus. Yes, I'm an imposter among us. But I was just sitting there just looking at all these other students. I'm just sitting there like, man, these guys all know what they're doing. Like, man, I just sitting here like, bro, I don't know what to do. Like I don't know how am I supposed to do this and all. It's just like a real case of like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and for a month, I was like, I don't think I can do this. I wussed out. I was a chicken. I was like,
So do you still have to like to pay it off, or
what?
do you still have to pay uni off, or?
I didn't, but then I went trying to go to filming, and I didn't do it, and so now me being the fucking dummy, now I had to pay,
To pay for something you're not doing.
Yeah, yeah, I'm that stupid. But no, it's just
game design is interesting.
It is an interesting concept.
It's an interesting like medium, because I also was interested in a little bit,
but I think
more towards the storytelling.
I think I'm just more fascinated with films because they just really good at.
It's easy.
Don't get me wrong, games are amazing at. Like,
you could tell very specific stories in games, because it's a longer run time. You can like make a really good story.
Definitely, like God of War is a really good one.
Filming,
Last of Us is a good one as well.
For films, you don't have that much time to wrap it up.
Yeah, true. Unless it's like a series, like you're doing episode by episode.
We should do that.
And it could be good.
Yeah.
In an aspect, you're telling a really good story. Sometimes it's a bit stretched too thin.
Yeah, I reckon movies, they kind of rush it. Series, they kind of stretch it out too far. You got to find like a happy medium.
And that's why I like really good movies, like series like Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls, like, yes, it does have like some filler things, but that's because it's the Disney Channel and it's a series.
Yeah.
And how they did it was just so amazing because all the highs are so high in there. Everything was kneaded up nice. It's so good. And they do other things and like in games. Yeah. It's just amazing because at the minute I've been playing a lot of From Software games and they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like I've just platinum Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. Fuck that.
And I'll admit it fucking took a bit.
Yeah.
But compare Bloodborne to like fucking Dark Souls 3 and all them. Dark Souls 3, you have to complete the game twice, New Game Plus, to get the fucking platinum.
Yeah, no, GG.
And Bloodborne, I just fell in love with. Like, the story of it is just amazing. You just start off in this Van Helsing kind of world where werewolves are running amok and people are just terrified of the beast, foul beast. And you're just going around slaying werewolves, not caring about a thing. Even the guy in the hub area or the nightmare or wherever. Yeah. He's sitting there just go out and kill a few beasts. It's just what hunters do. You fucking German or people meme and say German. And he just says go out and kill a few beasts. And you do. No. And when you get to your first boss, he's just a regular character. He's just pretty much a human. Yeah. You're fighting and he's just craving for blood. Because, haha, Bloodborne.
So, like, for in films, then, what got you off of that whole idea of game design and then into want to do films more?
Stories.
Right.
Like, I understand. It was just gaming itself. It just looked like, for me, it was very daunting.
It is hard to put together a good story game.
I self-doubted myself a lot.
Yeah.
While with filming, it's just like, man, I could probably filming is just
filming is a lot easier to get into.
Filming, I've watched movies a lot throughout life.
Yeah,
it's just a thing. Yeah, and same with games. Yeah. But I feel more connection with movies.
Yeah, you can like merge the two and take like cutscenes in games. Cutscenes is films. So you can just merge it together, and And
it's what they did in Bloodborne. They had cutscenes, not many, but they had cutscenes, and they were fucking dope. Yeah.
So you could even take like that kind of experience, I guess, from how much did you learn about games? Like,
I've learned how they portray levels, how they show like the path, and see how they there's like items and multiple things. Like when you walk into a level, you should see where your goal is to go. Like, oh, I should head down this road, maybe there's something there.
Unless you're me and you're an idiot and you don't know.
And while in like From Software, like in Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne, they portray that so fucking well. Yeah. Like when you go to like let's just say in Bloodborne, where's a good place to suggest? I'm going to use the Hunter's DLC as a good example. When you come out of it and you're just exploring the place, you come up to this place where you see this huge fucking clock tower.
Yeah.
You're like, that's where I gotta go.
Yeah.
And you just hear the bells, just the toll of the bells going.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then you fight the fucking third hardest boss in the game. It's fucking hard. He's awesome. And that's what I've learned from it.
So are you studying film now, or?
I haven't done it, no, but I'm trying to learn how to do more stories. Like, I want to try. I'm watching a lot of stories, playing a lot of games, trying to understand them. I'm trying to understand and see how people write their stories, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to understand how people can just tie in such small details to everything.
Yeah. So the composition is key, basically.
Pretty much, I'm
and
learning.
Framing is like one. If you get good at like knowing where to place things in a frame, and like how it's like
foreshadowings.
Yeah.
And stuff.
What moves the camera does to like give off certain
cues and themes and just.
Once you've done that, the story doesn't matter because it looks cool.
It's just that I'm trying to learn from the greatest shit, and I'm also trying to learn from the bad shit.
The big gap.
Like some good themes, like in some things to try and avoid.
Yeah.
And like, cause you see the trope how like in movies, like I'm just gonna use this as a thing, like he lied, how dare you lie? And then like the people split up and shit. It's like, and then they have to come back together for the final thing. It's just like, nah. But it's just that I've been playing a lot of From Software, and the stories and the like everything is just so world building. It's just amazing in there.
Films you are restricted to world building because of where you are. Like, say if we do a film, we have like very limited places to do it. Of course. Like it's basically like
you can't. If you were going to do a film over like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, or Sekiro,
good luck.
You don't have that many places that have like big old castles, cathedrals, and everything like that.
Good luck with that. Unless you do it CG, and that is expensive.
Yeah,
and
that is
you can't
fucking
do that.
expensive.
And you can't do that as
and the only places you could probably go to do castles and stuff is probably in Romania.
Yeah.
And that's kind of still hard.
Yeah, like Switzerland or some shit.
But it's just that all this like talk about like stories and such, and just me going to game design and stuff, it just makes me wonder, does everyone else?
Yeah, probably.
Because
at least for the first while, like a little while.
Because I'm wondering if Charlie Hickox is thinking like that. Probably not, because he's doing well for himself.
Yeah, I would say he's doing pretty well. So.
But
I don't know.
It's just like, man, it's like it's such a thing to just, it's such a revelation to think about. It's like, I don't know what I want to be.
Yeah.
And I still don't know, but I know I have a general gist kind of now what I'm trying to go for now. And it just brings it to a point to Berserk.
Yeah. Took us 2 hours.
It did take us 2 hours, but it's just like, Berserk is it could be a podcast on its own.
Yeah.
This thing right here.
Yeah.
It has such connections to things. Berserk in its own, people, when you first look at it, it's like, it's an edgy fantasy. You're just going around cutting bitches and slaying horses. It's going good. It's fucking awesome. You're just this fucking tall ass beast of a man wielding a huge sword that doesn't even look like a sword. It looks like a hunk of iron. Raw iron, in fact. And he's just cutting everything in his way. Yeah. And he's such, like, everyone would consider him to be a hero or anti-hero. Yeah. And the thing is, no one can pinpoint who he is. He is a struggling hero. He's struggling with the thought of humanity and things in his world. And Dark Souls literally were fucking created off of this shit here. Yeah. And a lot of other media, like through anime and all that kind of stuff. I know no one probably that's watching this is going to read Berserk, because it's a manga and it's Japanese, and not that many people know that. You didn't even know what it was. And it's just, to me, it's such an amazing thing. Like, here you go. Like fairy, whatever. It's got Berserk to me is such a well-written story. I'm still new to it, and there's other people like veterans that read it. They just know all the themes and they understand it, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit wrong with it, but I don't care because I'm that attached to it.
Yeah.
It's just that Berserk, it's portrayed as like this dark fantasy edgy shit, and then there's those small moments in there that portray the actual humanity that the main character, his name is Guts.
Yeah.
I know. And just shows the humanity that he goes through, and you just self-discovery throughout the anime like fucking 4 times.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just learns throughout battle. Like, he struggles with trying to be human, and there's a lot of tragic stuff that happens with him. And throughout movies and all that stuff, they just talk about like how people can just get over them, but sometimes you just can't get over them. They still linger to this day.
Yes.
And it's just amazing how they portray it, because he's still struggling with it, but he's a better person throughout the manga.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man. And it's in this fucked up world where everything goes wrong. Women get, I'll censor it for you,
Yeah, appreciate it.
And there's abuse, there's murders, there's slayings, there's just plagues, and everything is a fucked up world.
Yeah.
And it kind of is like similar to our world. Our world is a very cruel place.
Yes, it is.
Even though people don't want to believe it. Our world is quite cruel, and there is a lot of beautiful things with it.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes people just too drawn to the beautiful things and don't want to recognize the bad shit that there's there.
Yeah.
And it sometimes becomes really toxic. And it's just like, to me, it's very refreshing.
Yeah.
And it's just, it shows, I'm sure, I'm getting real in deep in this. Goddamn. But, it just makes you think, what am I going to do in this fucked up world? What am I going to do? And that's what Guts does this whole time.
Yeah.
This whole time, he goes through revenge. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
Spoiler, something bad happened.
Yeah.
And all he wants was just to kill demons.
Yeah.
And after a certain aspect in the story, he changes. His mentality changed. There's this one like panel there that just shows how much of a person he has changed. And now he just wants to protect those he cares about.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. And he still struggles even when he's still protecting them, if he's going to kill them or not. It's
in depth.
It is in depth. And a lot of people can't consume it. It's just a thing that's going to happen.
So, say if that was translated into a movie, it would be a lot more...
If it's a movie, it better be a fucking good movie. That's all I'm going to say. Because
Don't let Disney make it.
If it's a movie... No, if it's going to be a movie, it's going to be one of this very controversial movie. Because if it's going to be a movie, I want it to be at least like Kenitaro Mari. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Either way, I wanted to be portrayed like his, because you know how in Demon Slayer they portray the demons having like being very layered and they have backstories, and he's like, nah, let's make demons demons, and they just to women they would them and they would murder children, kill men, go to war. They're just assholes, and I just love how evil they are.
Yeah,
and it just shows a lot of, reflections in our world and the political stuff. But that's a different talk.
That's a topic for another day.
Yes. It's just it's just amazing how it just well connects with our reality. It's a very logical book in a way, even though it's fantasy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of themes you can just think about. Like,
a lot of things that correlate.
Yes.
Into the real world.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I've been talking for a long time about Berserk.
It's a podcast.
It is a podcast, but it's just like, man, if you guys are that interested in something, just give it a read. Berserk is one of those books that has practically everything in it. It's got some joyous moments.
Yeah.
It's got some sad, terrible moments.
Yeah.
It's got some horrific moments that disturbs you, and it's got some angry moments, and it's got everything. It is literally reality, this book.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Hey, what's up, guys?
no,
Yeah.
it's just I know not anyone's gonna read it. That's fair. A lot of people that read this book have come to terms with it, and it's just a thing.
You either like it or
don't.
you don't. That's
But
with a lot of things. In life.
that's a lot of things you can like and love and just make a lot of connections to. And
Yeah.
there's some people that look at it like, I hate this. This is annoying. This is like all this stuff, and that's a fair opinion.
And people just have different opinions,
But sometimes,
even if they're wrong.
you're wrong.
You.
It's just, man, I've only scratched the surface to what Berserk is. Berserk is that layered. It's
Jesus.
an iceberg, practically.
It's an ice.
And we're sailing for it, baby. We're sailing for
Gonna
it.
go right into it.
Yes. And they've got so many cool things. They're like, they got dragons. Yeah, dragging these nuts across your face.
God damn it!
Yeah. Oh, man. It's just, I'm thankful I brought this book in now. It's very just, get into it.
So, would that inspire your first film project?
Probably, yeah. Really, so. It's just, for some reason, Berserk has touched me to a point where it's like, damn, a lot of people have read Berserk, or just people in general, probably understand these meanings.
Yeah. So, if you wanted to correlate it or transfer it over into a short film, because like a big studio film probably isn't going to happen, but you could convey the messages of how fucked up the world is, but like also showing the beauty of the world, but also kind of tell not like the same story but with different characters, for example.
They don't really show much of the beauty. Well, they do, actually. That's a bit of a lie. But the panels in these manga, in general, if you go to the Eclipse arc, just the panels itself are just so fucking visually stunning. Yeah. They're that detailed. I really want you to go through these books later. Yeah. Probably don't care, but it's just the amount of detail this man has put through it. And he came up with the concept of this when he was 15 years old.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. And he's like, looking at his like older stuff, like I've watched the Trash Taste podcast. Have you listened to them? These guys are very in-depth mangist anime in watchers and consumers. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah. They're very fun to watch, and they've talked about Berserk as well. I'm, of course, use some of their opinions and such, and my own opinions in it as well. Yeah, but these guys talked about how Berserk has affected them as well. Yeah. And the death of him, he died in 2021, I believe. And it touched them dearly after they stopped filming or doing a recording. Yeah. That they came home and they just listened to Guts' theme and they were just laying on the bed crying. But it's just like, these guys have such an enjoyment for Berserk as well. And they've talked in depth about it too. Yeah. It's just amazing to see how much people it's touched. Yeah. And they talk about how much of a brutal world it is too. And just fucking damn. Yeah, yeah. They're good people to watch. Trash Taste. If you like anime, listen to them. They're really cool. If you don't like anime and you still want to listen to good podcasts, check out the Distractable podcast on Spotify.
The podcast where we tell you to go watch other podcasts.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm just saying, like, Distractable podcast is very fun to listen to. Same with Trash Taste. It's really good too. Yeah, yeah. Trash Taste talks about a lot of themes. Distractable, they're just funny. Yeah. And it's not like Markiplier and all of them are going to listen to this.
Not to the point where it's an hour and 52 minutes in. No,
yeah, definitely not. No, but just those that listen to this. Thank you for listening to all this. We know there's been a bit of ups and downs.
I mean, this is what this podcast is. It's just people talking to each other about shit.
Yeah, that's the reason why I kind of wanted it just to be me and you on this podcast for today. Because it's just to try and recognize what the reason for this podcast is. It's just something for us to just.
We need to find Well, I feel like our identity is just people. Like we are just mates talking. Basically.
Pretty much. If I was to be rude, we are just two boring people on a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we are, boring people. But we are just two friends that just want to just chat with other people and their own themes.
We can use this as a reason to talk to mates we haven't talked to in a while.
That too, and it's just
to even interview people we don't really. Well, I'm not. Well, we know people, but to interview people we don't usually talk to.
Yeah, and it's just to a thing. I keep saying help me. P.S. Oh damn! Words are not getting to me. This hasn't happened in a while. But this podcast is quite enjoyable for me. I really enjoy.
We should hopefully keep the consistency up.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Like we've got a good setup, good equipment, except for our
that bad boy.
what we record with. We could honestly the only upgrade we need is just a mixer, so I could just sit here and adjust as we go. But
yeah, definitely.
That's like
we'll be honest.
Too much money.
We'll be honest though. This podcast, yes, it may have its ups and downs, and some of it a bit iffy.
It won't get a lot of views.
Obviously,
it doesn't. Like
if it does, that's great. People,
we've had good episodes. Like we've got a couple hundred viewers, 100 viewers, 50 viewers. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if our video or this podcast doesn't do well.
Nah,
as long as someone enjoys it and actually gets inspired.
Yeah,
like that's great. And if they can connect to us to a level, that's better.
Yeah.
I know we're speed fooning spoons right here, but
we're forcing
you're forcing the message into you. But it's like, damn, I'm just trying to be honest with you. This is a podcast where we're just here to have fun and just try and recognize.
Yeah, it's the same reason I started YouTube in general. Because I saw other people doing it. I was inspired by it. So I'm like, all right, fuck it.
That looks fun.
It's fun. I'll just give it a go. And I've gotten a fair distance.
But wouldn't you say, like, with YouTube as well, it's also, like, quite hard to just keep up with the...
Yeah, but it depends if you want to, like, do it or, like, do it.
Yeah, there's some people that start YouTube and they just only do it for the popularity and the money and all that kind of revenue. Yeah. Such. Well, like, people... I'm going to use Markiplier as an example again. I know. But he does it in such a way that it's just a part of me. He just enjoys doing it.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to go on break soon from playing filming Iron Lung. And what he's going to do, he's probably just going to make videos. Yeah. Because that's his enjoyment. He likes making videos.
Okay, people that genuinely enjoy making like videos and doing shit will just naturally be more popular than the guys that just do it for monetary gain, but I don't know.
I think I probably will just at least spread the message on this episode. I know not a lot of people will understand our shit we talk about.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
That was so fucking old. My goodness. But, it's just...
It doesn't matter if you like it, you don't like it, you love it, you hate it. One thing for damn sure, you're gonna respect it.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, so much energy.
It's fuck it.
With such energy, we should start a podcast.
The boys when this, it's like those memes like, boy, we should start a podcast. The very second they start a podcast. All right, first thing on the agenda. I
think we should cut the podcast right
now. Right, that's it, done. But no, yeah. We're just trying to... We're not doing this to get paid for it. Well, that'd be nice, but we're just doing it because we just want to have a chat. Because we don't get too much these days.
Yeah, no, our work's been bloody busy.
Yeah,
for a
we're all too busy, so it'd be nice to just get a couple mates in a room, or us two as hosts, and a guest, or like just us, so we just talk. That's all. I think
it's just I think I might actually watch. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the other episodes before. I know I'm a bad co-host.
I feel like we don't need to because we experienced it.
Yeah, practically. But I think I might watch it this one just to see it, because I hope it is how I see it. I know there's a bit of iffy bits, but Goddamn. Like the themes I've been trying to talk to, I probably set a lot of like.
Like our like targeted demographic isn't really anyone's like any specific group. It's more so people we know.
Yeah, kind of, pretty much. It is kind of for more people we know, but if it is for other people that enjoy it, that's
if
cool.
you find this somehow, we have like, well, we're growing slowly. Got like 42 subscribers. Not too bad.
That's
considering we made like 8 videos. It's not too bad.
It's just like, man, I think I really enjoy the more aspects of us just discovering more.
Yeah. We are on this journey of life. And until next year when we make another podcast episode.
You say next week? No, a year later.
Yeah. 1 year later. But yeah.
Anyway, should we end it here? This is
we are literally about to hit 2 hours on the dot.
Yeah, this is actually a good thing we've ended with.
It's gone quick. I should say
it has.
I feel like we say this all the time though, because it was like the last couple. Like fuck, that was a quick episode for like an hour and 40 minutes. Like, jeez, I'm very surprised that. Like, I'm happy I got multiple batteries for that, and I'm surprised on the battery life of that because our old episodes weren't even an hour long. Because we just couldn't do it on a single battery charge.
Yeah, that and we just couldn't think of any topics. Like I'm glad I read up some of these topics.
Yeah, we would have been pretty fucked about half an hour ago.
Before we were just freestyling on it, just improvising as we go.
Yeah, I'll swim in a pool.
Eric. If I remember my son's name, Eric.
We might as well end it there. It's been a good chat. See you guys next week. Hopefully we might have a guest. We'll see what happens with it.
Bye-bye.
Take care. And peace.
Peace.